Hey everybody. I'm pretty sure that you can't see that. You can't read that. I'm going to fix that here real quick. Fix it so that you can read it. There we go. Hi. How many of you out there who aren't professional musicians or have not studied music, do you know the difference between an arrangement, composition, and improvisation? Or a transcription? So I'm working on pieces for the Spooky Strings in the Woods concert this Sunday at Get Well Farms. You can RSVP at the link below. Here's one of the pieces that I'm working on arranging. Let's go through the differences. Do you know the difference between an improvisation? An improvisation is merely a composition made up in the moment. So like this. Let's say I do something like this. Let's see. Improvisation in terms of music. Now, obviously, it's not coming out of thin air. You know, there's things in here that I'm doing that I know about music. There's structure, there's theory, and all that stuff. I'm throwing this together to create composition in the moment. In other words, it's not coming out of a vacuum. So that is improvisation. Improvisation is simply making up something in the moment without having the luxury of, time to look it over and make decisions with a longer span of time. I'm making my decisions and choices in the moment as I'm playing the piece. I'm actually be thinking, I'm going to go to C minor. For some reason, just sounds good. I might be following my ear, whatnot. That's improvisation. Now, composition would be taking the time to write down a piece of music, and however long that time might be, a year, it might be 5 minutes, writing it down exactly as it's supposed to be performed. The decisions are made with the opportunity and the luxury of making minute choices, musical choices. So this piece right here, written by Chopin, that I am arranging and transcribing for the show this Sunday, this is a musical composition written by Chopin. He wrote down these notes many years ago, 100 years ago, for us to play. Now, he may have improvised this, who knows, and then decided to make it a composition and write it down. So a lot of times, the worlds of composition, improvisation, arrangement, and transcription cross over each other. And that's when it gets really fun. Okay, so this is a composition. It was written down, fixed in time, fixed on a piece of paper. Just like a book is a composition in a way. Okay, now an arrangement is where I take something like this. I take a composition, a musical composition, and what I will do is I will take what the composer wrote and I will move things around, notes around. I might play it in a different key, but there's going to, the spirit of the piece is going to be similar. The melody might be similar, but I'm going to arrange it in a way that that I'll have my own personality in there. So it's almost a little bit like composition. I'm taking source material and I'm going to arrange it with my brain and spirit in mind. That's what an arrangement is. So let's say if I want to play this. Here's the composition. I'll play you a little bit of the Chopin. Exactly as written, right? That's 2 bars of that. Now, if I want to arrange it, I might actually improvise a little bit. Okay? Now, So this is an improvisation on a composition. If I were actually writing it down, then it would be an arrangement of this original composition. Some people might say theme and variations. So here's my improvisation to give you an idea what an arranger might do when they're arranging a piece of music that they didn't write, they didn't compose. How about this? Oh, let me start that again. I sort of improvised that. If I were arranging it, I might take more time and decide what I want to do. I might do something like this. Now, you see how it still kind of references the original. Let's see. So you can kind of hear the original piece in there, those two bars. That was me improvising on the original. Now, if I wrote down what I was improvising, then that would be an arrangement of the Chopin. So, as you can see, some of the decisions that I might make musically might access my composition brain, my composition mind. So everything kind of overlaps. Now, a transcription is kind of more what I'm going to do at this piece for the show on Sunday. You can come hear this Spooky Strings show. And what we will do is a transcription is taking this music, keeping the notes pretty much in the same place, but distributing them to a different instrument. So this is a piano piece, and I'm going to transcribe this for string quartet. So the first time we play this through, with tabla, by the way, it's just going to be the same notes, but for strings. Now, I am going to arrange it for the next. Basically, I'm going to take this piece. We're going to play it exactly as it is with tabla, and then I'm going to do an arrangement that kind of makes it more funky, with a little funk drum groove, and I'm going to improvise over these chord changes. So I'm going to have an arrangement with an improvisation on top of that arrangement. The original source material being from Chopin. You know, we're all using the same 12 tones. And I hope that illuminated a little bit for you what the difference between an arrangement, composition, improvisation, transcription is. So I'm transcribing this piece for string quartet, and then I'm going to arrange it for a further section that I'm going to do, and then I will improvise at the show on top of that arrangement. I hope to see you Sunday. And share my video, like my video. I'll be doing more of these as I have been over the last few years. If you have any topics you'd like me to cover on music, arranging, composition, any of that, let me know. Thanks, guys.